Time for a bit of a throwback video. On March 19th, 2020, I went ahead and I created my Spooky Mansion tutorial parts 1 through 3. And at the very end of the video, I said this. If you guys do really want to see interior design, I can make another video, another part to this tutorial and everything, but you guys got to comment down and let me know. Now, ScarletKnives asked me and said they wanted an interior video, which I will say that is awesome that you're also building in creative. I'm really excited about that. I wish you guys could show me your stuff because I would love to see what it's like. But they asked me to go ahead and do an interior video, which I promised. So I went ahead and did it. And it was really cool, actually. It turns out pretty good. And go ahead, check out ScarletKnives' channel as well. Thank you for the suggestion. But with that said, I am going to go ahead and jump into the video. I'll show a few pictures of just what the interior kind of turned out like, and I'll go ahead and kind of do a block by block, but sort of also a kind of visual representation of what I'm going to do and explaining how my build's going to come together. But with that said, enough of the talking. Let's go ahead and jump into actually building this tutorial, and I'm excited about the jump. The throwback. Oh, and one last thing. If you guys want to check out the video, I highly recommend checking out how to build the mansion. Like if you guys actually want to build the mansion, I do have the 3-part tutorial. So check that out so you guys can see how to build that. With that said, let's jump into it. So for the interior, and if you guys, once again, I'm just going to say this real quick. If you want to see how to actually build this itself, I do have a 3-part tutorial. I highly recommend checking out because this mansion does look pretty darn awesome if you ask me. So let's go ahead, and for the interior, the very first materials we're going to go ahead and get is dark oak planks, dark oak logs, and dark oak stairs. And I'll probably break this because most of this is going to be pretty easy to explain. So now that we got this right here, we're going to get our dark oak planks, and starting on this log right here, we're actually going to go 1, 2, 3 over, and we're going to go ahead and put a log right there. And then we'll skip another 3, so that's 1, 2, 3. We'll put another log right here, and then we'll go 1, 2, 3 over as well. And I might just go ahead and put a sea lantern here temporarily since it's a little dark in the mansion, just to light it up just a little bit. And now that we got that though, we'll go ahead and get our dark oak planks, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll place a log, and we'll go 1, 2, 3 right here, and we're going to do the same thing on this side as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, place a log right here, and then 1, 2, 3. And we can go ahead, and I forgot to say this too, but we can actually go ahead and install this roof. I'm not going to do that just yet, but you do want to just go ahead on this layer right here, fill in this entire thing for the time being. Well, we might break some blocks and stuff in the future, but that's in the future. So now that we got that though, we'll go ahead and go over to this log and start creating these rooms over here. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll place a log, and obviously this should line up right here, which is perfect. Then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll work on this section in just a second because this actually is a lot of breaking blocks and replacing stuff as well. But now that we got that, we can go ahead and actually build all these up, and for the time being, we're just going to build these all up to about this height right here. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And I'm just going to show one room for the time being just to show what it looks like. But once we get to this point, we'll have the log go up one more, and obviously at this point, we'll have the ceiling covering this part. And for each and every single room, on the very top layer, you want to go ahead and put some upside down stairs like so, going across the entire thing. So wrapping around, then you would have this log right here, the dark oak, and then you would keep wrapping around right there with the dark oak stairs. And you'll basically do that on every single room. So go ahead and build these all up to the right height and fill in the ceiling, and I'll show you guys in just one second what that should look like. Now that we got these rooms all the way filled up to the top and they're all looking really good and fancy, and we got some hallways and whatnot, we're gonna go ahead and put in some doors and do a little bit of ceiling decorations. We're gonna get dark oak stairs, dark oak slab, and dark oak doors right here. And for the slabs, we just want to decorate the ceiling just a little bit. So we're gonna go ahead and put 1, 2, 3 right there like so. And then we're gonna actually have the slabs go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right here and connect to this part of the ceiling right there, kind of making this eye shape. And then we'll go on this log and we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll go over here, we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And as you can see, we're adding just a tiny bit more detail to the roof. This way the room feels a little bit more alive in a way. So now that we got that, we'll go ahead and we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4 right here. And I just realized, I'm sorry, this part is actually not supposed to be filled up right there. That's not supposed to look like an eye shape, but we do want an eye shape right here, or more like a T. So now that we got that though, we'll get our slabs and we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at this kind of log right here. Right here, we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you guessed it, on this one, we're going to do the exact same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once again, I'll come to this part in one second. It's just very confusing and I don't want to get it wrong. So now that we got that, we'll add in some doorways as well. For here, we're going to put a 2 wide doorway right here. We got 2 space, and we'll put 2 of the doors. And above the doors, we'll put some upside down stairs as well, like that. And then to keep it symmetrical, we're going to do the same thing over here with this doorway right here, just kind of 2 blocks away from the middle. And we'll put a doorway right here. And we'll put in some stairs above it as well. So now that we got that, we'll go over here And for this wall actually right here, I found out that we actually want to remove these 3 blocks on every single wall. So we're going to go ahead and break those all down real quick. And then we'll put in the doorway over here as well, which we just got 2 doors right here with some upside down stairs as well. And that should be the next step of the interior done. Let me go ahead and find out what we're going to do next. Now with the little bit of hallway decorations, I decided we're going to go ahead and do the risky part right here. So what we'll need is some dark oak logs, dark oak wood, dark oak planks, dark oak stairs, dark oak slab, and dark oak fence as well. And the way we're going to do this is, let's go ahead and actually go down here real quick and remove this wall. So we're going to go ahead and break up to this block right here, and we're going to completely take down this wall and improvise it and make it look like it's actually a part of the house right here. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to get our dark oak planks. We're going to put a line of dark oak planks right here. Then we'll actually put dark oak planks here, here, and here, and wrap around because we're actually going to have some stairs going down right there. And then for the rest of the dark oak planks, which I'm not going to go ahead and actually do by hand, I'll just do the fill command. We'll just fill up this space right here. Sometimes I wonder if filling it in by hand would be faster or if doing this is faster, but I don't know. My typing skills aren't always the best, so sometimes I wonder. So now that we got that, we'll go ahead and remove these logs right here all along, and we'll also remove these stairs. And we're also going to get our dark oak stairs, and we're going to put 2 dark oak stairs here, and then 2 dark oak stairs right there as well, kind of coming down onto this little bit of a floor that we just made. From there, we'll put dark oak logs here. We'll break this block, put a dark oak log here, and we'll raise this up right about there. So this one's 2, this one's 3. And on top of each of those, we'll put some, oh, that's too high actually. We'll raise this one, just 1 block, and this one 2, and then we'll put these dark oak wood on top of that right there. From there, we can also have the stairs that actually lead down to our little cellar room that we're gonna have down here. And I'll go ahead and actually just replace the floor real quickly. And I think that I don't want that actually. We actually do want some warp planks too. I think it goes in about this far with some dark oak doors on top. Let me go ahead and get the dark oak wood doors. Sorry, I didn't get all the materials out. But we'll put this right here and here. And I think that's what that part is supposed to look like. I could be wrong on that. So I'll get back to that in just 1 second. But now that we got that, we'll go ahead and put our dark oak slabs, and this floor actually goes down a little bit. So we'll go ahead and fill this all in with dark oak slabs, which this time I won't do the fill command. So now that we got that, get our dark oak fence, and we'll put 1, 2, 3 right there so that we don't feel like we're about to fall off our little porch that we just put right there. But now that we got that, I'll go ahead and look and see what is next in the video, and I'll make sure we got that right as well. So this part was actually right, and I looked and I made sure everything's looking perfect so far. For our materials for the next part, we're gonna get our dark oak log, dark oak planks, dark oak slab, warp slab, and dark oak fence as well. And the first thing I think we're gonna go ahead and do is actually try, and we're gonna attempt to get the ceiling right the first time. I don't know if I will or not. It's going to be interesting to see though. So what we'll do is we will put warp slabs, and we'll put 1 there. We'll put 1, 2, 3 there, and 1 there as well, kind of making this a little bit of an arch. From there, we'll get our dark oak slabs, and we'll bring it all the way over here, extending each of these ones by 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll just go ahead and do that real quick. Whoops, and there we go. So now that we got that, we'll also have a little bit of an archway. So we'll have 2 warp slabs right there. We'll have 1 warp slab here. We'll skip a block, 1 warp slab here, and then 2 as well, which you can use warp planks for that if you would like. Well, it's really up to you. But I just use slabs because I don't know. That's what's in my inventory. So now that we got that, we'll go ahead. And before we start working on this ceiling part, we're actually going to make a little bit of a way to get up there so it's a little bit easier in this tower right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our dark oak logs out. We're going to go 1, 2 blocks away from this wall and place it right there. So 1, 2 right there. And I don't know how tall this has to be, so I'm just going to extend it quite a bit. And then we'll get our dark oak slabs and we'll start creating a little bit of a spiral staircase. The way we do that is just using slabs to wrap around and start going up like so. Which this can get a little annoying, but you'll eventually get there. It just takes a little bit of finagling and moving around, and then eventually you're already at, I think the first floor is on this level right here. So let's get our dark oak planks out. For the first level, we're just gonna go ahead and extend from this block right here. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and match up with these logs and go across right here. And then we'll go the same on here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then right over here, we'll have 1, 2, 3 right there. And we'll wrap around right here as well. So that way we have this little bit of a 3x3 square so that this staircase right here can keep going up. But we can also have a little bit of a platform to actually stand on. Then we'll get our fence, and to keep us from falling off this patio right here, this little deck, we're gonna do this so that way we can actually not fall off. And that is most definitely looking right. Sweet. So now that we got that, we'll get our dark oak slabs, and we'll put slabs right here, laying under this warp planks. We're actually gonna hide a little bit of this roof. I would recommend mob proofing this and maybe getting some torches or something like that, just to make sure. Yeah, why not use some soul torches too? And put these up here just so that this doesn't get mob proofed. But now that we got that, we got the slabs right there. We'll get our dark oak planks and we'll start wrapping across the top of this roof right here, all the way across. And then we'll actually place one more block down right here so that we get this nice completed looking ceiling. And we've got a cool room starting to form. I'm excited about this because this is it's a pretty good interior. Once you see all the decorations too and stuff, it looks really, really good. With that said, we'll go ahead. And for this part, I think we can just go ahead and continue. I'm going to continue this all the way up. I don't really know how high it's supposed to go. Well, I mean, I do, but I just haven't actually looked that far into the video. So go ahead and have this thing wrapped pretty darn high up just for the time being so we can get some more building done. And then I'll look at what part we do next. But before we move on to climbing higher into the sky, I thought it would be a good idea. We're going to get dark oak logs, dark oak planks, dark oak stairs, warp stairs, and dark oak doors. I thought it would be a good idea to do the cellar first. So let's go in, and I have put just a tiny bit of layout just to give me an idea of what I was doing. And what I did is I placed one block here, so one of the dark oak planks, then we went 1, 2, 3, 4, and I think this log was already, I can't tell anymore which logs were already here and which ones weren't. But that's what I did, and I'll just go ahead and really quickly fill this in with the rest of the dark oak planks. I did put some random sea lanterns on the floor, just temporarily, because I needed some light. But now that we got that, let's go ahead and start constructing this next part of this little phase right here. So I think what we're going to do first is we'll actually put a dark oak log right here in this corner, which let me go ahead and put another light out so we can actually see what we're doing. So I have this dark oak log in this corner right here, and the reason behind that is if we get our stairs, we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stairs here, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to have a little place right here where we have all our tools and equipment and stuff that we put. And then on top, we'll just put some upside down dark oak stairs as well, and we'll do this on both sides. Now that we got that, we can go ahead and start constructing these walls, which is super simple. All you literally want to do is wrap around with dark oak stairs and then do the ceiling as well, which I don't know why I squat when I go ahead and place these dark oak stairs because that just makes it slower. But there we go. Now that we got that, we can go ahead and put in a doorway, which will have a door right here. And actually, I think there's a sea lantern above as well that eventually fits in. No, I'm on the wrong side. Whoopsie. We don't want a doorway right here, and we don't want these stairs right here. Sorry about that. When you're underground, things start to get a little bit confusing. Let me go ahead and fix that real quick. I'll break these all for the time being, because that's where we're actually going to have some chests, I believe. If I were to walk out here right now from this doorway, we would be on the left side. Okay, yeah, so this is what we'll do. Did I just do this? Sorry about that, guys. I'm confusing myself. Okay, so we do want the dark oak stairs over here on this side. I just confused myself for no reason. And we'll put all of these right here. And then we'll have the doorway on this block with just a dark oak door right there. I don't actually do the interiors of these rooms over here because I leave them up to you. Some parts of the house I will leave 100% up to you because that was kind of the purpose of this video when I made it, was to leave some parts blank, but I will do a lot of interior decorations and show you guys what I did. Later on that though in the video. So now that we got that, we'll get our dark oak logs. We're gonna go ahead and put one right here, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like it's 5 blocks away. We'll put 2 dark oak logs right there. And we'll go ahead and start creating a little bit of a wall just using the dark oak stairs like we've been doing. So we'll do that, and then we'll put some upside down ones on it as well, going around. I will say the cellar does feel like it's kind of hitting your head because of how low it is, but it's a cellar, so I'm gonna get away with it, and I'm gonna say that's fine. Now we'll get some chests, and we'll actually just go ahead and start putting these along the side right here. Actually, you know, I'll just go ahead and do the walls first. That'll be a little easier. For the walls, we want some dark oak logs right here, so this is actually gonna be 2 thick wide. And we'll do that here as well, and one more time right there as well. And for there, we're just gonna put some dark oak planks lining up the back of the wall, not actually using the stairs like we've been doing. So let's go ahead and do that. And for these chests to actually open, obviously, we're gonna go ahead and replace these blocks right here with some dark oak slabs. So I forgot to put that, but we'll get some dark oak slabs and put these on the bottom. That way, if we put a chest here, we can actually open it. And for this part was a little trickier because we can't actually use slabs due to the fact that this is a ceiling right here, or a floor, and we don't want that to cave in. So I'm just gonna put some upside down warp stairs like so, wrapping around, and just kind of make it look kind of nicer at least. Just try to make it look, I'll put some upside down stairs right there. And there we go. That way when we put the chest, we can still open them and everything as well. And then we'll do the exact same thing over here. We'll just get some slabs and put them right here on this side too. So now that we got that, this is what the main room should look like. I can go ahead and do the hallway real quickly as well. So I'm gonna put some sea lanterns along the way. For this hallway, it's pretty darn simple. I fill in this part with some more dark oak planks real quick. And then we have a cool secret hallway if you guys wanted to build it. It would look pretty cool being secret and everything, but we'll actually fill this in part within dark oak planks. It's gonna be one wide hallway going all the way down. I'll get some warped planks and fill this in right here. And it will lead over to this room, which again, I'm gonna let you guys design this part on your own. That's totally up to you. I didn't know what to do with this anyways. So now that we got that, we'll go ahead and run back through this cool 1x2 hallway that we got going on. And I think that should be just about it for the cellar, actually, the cellar decorations. So let's go ahead, hop on, and I think we're actually going to move on to the tower next. So for this next part, and I just want to say real quick too, we will eventually get to all the actual decorations first. We have to build the foundation of the inside of the house first though. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to get our dark oak logs, dark oak wood, dark oak planks, dark oak stairs, dark oak slab, warp planks, iron bars, ladders, and dark oak doors as well. And now we can go ahead and actually start going up to the sky with this tower that we got going on. So let's get our dark oak planks out, and I'm going to continue this up even, actually I think that's about the height it has to go actually. What we're going to do is we'll get our dark oak planks, and on this layer right here we'll actually fill this all in so that your head is peeking out of the window, and we'll go ahead around this whole thing and kind of fill this in so that we got a nice little interior right there. And from there, we'll actually go ahead and we'll break this. I brought that up a little too high. Sorry about that. I thought it went all the way to the top, but I forgot that I eventually used ladders. So we'll top this off with a little bit of a wooden kind of dark oak wood right there. And I think we can go ahead put a plank right here. Or would that make the stairway? No, yeah, that's good. So now that we got that, we'll get our ladder, and the ladder will actually go all the way to the top. That way we can actually have some more room for decorating, that sort of thing. Now if we get our dark oak planks up, we'll go ahead and put our dark oak planks wrapping around right here on this floor, going all the way around and ignoring the one block where the ladder is so that the ladder can obviously get up through the hole that is right there. And then for this floor right here, we're actually going to have a third floor on top of this. It's going to be a smaller room, but we will use it for decorating and everything. It's going to be an enchanting room since it's a perfect size, actually, incidentally. That was not my plan, not my intentions, but it worked out pretty well. And on this floor, we'll also actually add dark oak slabs wrapping around the bottom of the ceiling. That is because we will change up the floor quite a bit, and we don't want to see that in the room below. So we'll go ahead and fill this all in with dark oak slabs right about there. And I think these floors basically done. We might add more stuff. Let me see real quick. So now if we go ahead and go up this ladder onto this floor right here, I'll end up decorating it in just a bit. But what we actually want to do is we'll add a doorway right here. And right now that probably seems sketchy because there's like nothing out here. We're actually going to replace these two blocks with dark oak planks. And then we're going to get slabs that go right across the roof on the wrong layer. Let's put a dark oak planks there, and we'll have 1, 2, 3 slabs right there. And this will actually lead to the next layer. And right now, still feels pretty sketchy, but we'll go ahead and fix that. We'll break these 2 stairs, replace them with dark oak planks, and do the same on these sides right here. And then we'll get slabs, and on the top layer, we'll wrap around right here and go on either side. Then we'll get our iron bars and put a bit of a railing so we feel a bit more at ease, a bit more safe. Then we can go ahead and put our dark oak door there, but it still looks a little off, so I'll go ahead and let's put a slab above it because that looks pretty nice. And from here, that actually looks really cool. I forgot to add this detail in my original 3-part tutorial, but it connects the towers, and it's that little piece that just makes this whole thing feel a lot more connected. From there, we can go ahead and add a dark oak stair, and we'll break this gap right here and break these blocks as well. So we'll do a little bit of replacing of these with some warped planks on the sides like so. And we'll have a doorway right here with the dark oak. And I think I'll actually replace this with a dark oak plank as well. And that way, this looks a lot better. We'll eventually add some banners on here to make it a little bit nicer and everything. But yeah, that should be that part done. So now we can go ahead and walk in. And I will say be careful because the drop here is very, very high. We'll fill this layer in with some dark oak planks going around the whole thing. So we'll go ahead and fill all this area in. And then I think after this, we're basically done with that, like structural parts of the house. We'll be able to move on to the decorating. So now we got that, we'll add in the ceiling as well. So we're gonna go ahead and fill this in. It's kind of like the other tower, which is kind of nice because it's got that bit of symmetry. I don't actually do any interior decorations up there, but if you want, you can have your ladder up there and figure out what room you want up there. And from there, it's kind of a dangerous descent, so we'll go ahead and take it one step at a time. If you're doing this in survival, you might fall and kill yourself, but just be careful on the way down, I guess. But basically, we'll add in a floor right here so that whenever I add in floors too, this is a tip for you guys in the future, I always have my Minecraft character so that he's level with the glass window so you can actually look out the window. So that's typically where I'm going to build the layers. But basically, we'll have this go all the way down here. And right here is another one of those places which, oh my gosh, it's so dark right now. This is another one of those places where I actually don't do interior decoration because I leave it up to you guys. I want to inspire you guys to start building your own as well. So I will leave a lot of this empty, but I will show a lot of other space where I actually do the interior decorations. With that said though, I think it's actually time to move on to that part, actually doing the interior. So let's go ahead and do that. I will say real quick, do not be overwhelmed because this part is going to go on for a while. It's going to be a lot of me talking and there's a lot of decorational pieces, but it turned out really, really cool. First of all, I do want to say too that I actually surrounded this with a bunch of blackstone and dead grass, or not dead grass, but this is the grass path. And I think that looks really cool. It makes it feel like it actually blends into the surrounding environment. So that's why I went ahead and did that. With that said, let's go ahead and start showing pretty much every single decoration and giving a view of it. So immediately on this porch right here, on this deck, we actually added some chairs with the dark oak stairs, dark oak signs and stuff like that. And we added some plants and a little bit of the warped nylon. Actually fits in with the warped planks as well. So you can put that there and add in some actual bushes and stuff. But that's all I really did on the interior, or on the deck. I also added in these black banners. I keep putting these around the whole house because I really like the vibe they give. I don't know, vibe, what am I saying? But if we go in here, you can see immediately that there's a lot of detail right here to start off with. We got just kind of a, I guess this is where you would put your coats or just some of the items that you brought in right when you walk into the house. And I just made this out of dark oak trapdoors. I got a little bit of dark oak stairs here with some paintings and some item frames, a lantern on top for more lighting. Over here, I don't know what this is, but I put some blackstone and a blackstone wall with a blue stained glass pane dripping into this kind of water bucket. And it makes it look like the ceiling's kind of dripping something. I don't know why I did that, but I thought it would look pretty cool, and it totally did. So now that we got that, we have some black banners every once in a while just hanging from the ceiling, from those slabs. It usually is where I put them because I thought that really looked nice. And over here, we use some trapdoors. I put this trapdoor actually right here with a plank on top right there, and a little bit of a armor stand with a wither skull on top. And I added some details just for fun, like some weeping vines and this respawn anchor with a black banner hanging into that. And then I used some trapdoors to surround it to make it kind of look like just a little bit of piece of decoration. I don't know. Every once in a while, I would hang these lanterns from these chains around the ceiling and everything. But let's go ahead and start checking out these rooms as well. Over here, I hung a bunch of black banners and turned this into a kitchen using polished blackstone and polished andesite floor. And then I put some looms and some furnaces, a fridge right there with a lantern on top for more lighting. We got some chairs at this little bit of a table, which in hindsight, I think it would actually look cool if we put some black carpet there. Let me see real quick what that would look like. And that actually looks pretty good. I like that. Not to mention the walls don't actually go up now for each individual carpet. So I really like that. So we're going to keep that. So now that we got that, we got a little bit of a dining room. For the dining room, I just used some polished blackstone. I put some trapdoors on the ceilings too as well in some places. I hung some lanterns and I hung a wither skull as kind of the decorational piece of this room. I would also put plants every once in a while, but you can see I put some item frames, pressure plates, cakes, and stuff like that sort of thing all around this room. Looking pretty cool. Let's go ahead and walk over to this room right here, which is more of just a storage room. I didn't really know what to put in this, so I put a bunch of barrels with some armor stands, and I use these guys quite a bit to make it kind of look like bushes, dead bushes lying on top of these trapdoors. With that said, we'll move on to the bedrooms over here. These two bedrooms are exactly the same except reflected on the inside, and I thought that would give a kind of cool mirror effect, which it sort of worked, sort of didn't. So for the room though, as you can see, it looks like it's kind of reflecting this wither skeleton right there, which is really cool. I put a lot of detail, jam-packed it into this room right here, put some looms to make it look like we got some cabinets over here. We got the black bed right there, which I wish it was purple, but I think black kind of fit this build a bit more. We have some paintings. We did some decoration with the ceiling right there, having some chains dangling down. We have some bookshelves as well, which I actually did duplicate on the other side as well. And we put a wither skeleton on this table for some decorational value, for some decorational pieces. But if we go back out here, in this hallway, there's also a bunch of chairs and stuff, hanging chains with lanterns. If we go back into here, it's literally the exact same thing, just reflected, so that when you look into it, you're like, oh, look at that. I can see my reflection, even though for some reason in Minecraft, you're kind of a vampire. Here, if I walk up close, there you go. There's my reflection looking back at me. How about that? So now that we got that, we'll go ahead and walk out here. For this place right here, I did put some more banners, and I actually put some trapdoors along with the basalt on top, because I think that looked like we had some cool bushes hanging, or dead bushes obviously, hanging up on the wall and everything. I put some more chains and another lantern right there for some more lighting ability. Over here, I put a couple chairs. Since this is a slab floor, I thought it'd be really cool if we used some more slabs to actually make it look like it's a little bit of a table, a coffee table sort of thing. If we go down here, there is a lot of stuff. It's kind of a mess down here though. I just have a bunch of black carpet spewed everywhere with a bunch of these, what are they called? Grindstones, kind of look like they're supporting the ceiling. Some barrels, some chests. This is really just a storage and workplace though, but it looks pretty cool. I don't know, it doesn't look too bad. Every once in a while underneath a carpet, I would place a sea lantern, which, there we go. There was a sea lantern right there and I just broke it. But yeah, that way we could hide some lighting in there as well. Once again, over here in this room, I didn't actually build anything. Along with the hallway that we got over here, I didn't actually decorate anything. It's just the hallway that leads over to that one room. So we're not going to go ahead and delve into that. That's for you guys to decorate on your own. Over here, we've got some bookshelves that actually go all the way to the ceiling, and I really like that because when you walk over here, it makes this whole thing look a bit more complete when they're all the way through. It looks, I don't know, it looks cool. I put some paintings on this one piece that goes up through the floor, and then we can go ahead and walk up the actual staircase. Again, we just got some bookshelves up here, nothing too special, nothing too crazy. We got a brewing stand right here with some inker spawns and some voodoo curses on the wall, I guess, that I wrote down. But we also had some lodestones and some brewing stands, and had these cool item frames with the fence going through. And it just looks like a place where you would brew some potions and make that look really nice. Oh, and I did also add a slab right here as well, because you can actually fit through there. So I added that, and I had some black carpet wrapping around with some barrels in the corner. That way we can actually store some of our brewing potions and stuff like that. Then if we go up to this next floor is kind of a workstation area. We've got a bunch of miscellaneous stuff, some beehives. We also got some smithing tables, some black carpet on top. We got some books with a lectern over there in the corner so we can actually write down our plans and stuff like that, which, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and write some plans right now. Our plan, actually, no, I'm not gonna do it. I don't know why I said that, but we got a chair in this corner right here with some bookshelves right there as well. And if you wanted even more detail, we could add some black carpet real quick right there. And then on the very top story, this is my favorite floor. This is an enchanting table I was talking about earlier. I love this right here so much. So originally, we actually have, let me go ahead and take this map real quick so I don't break that. We actually have these blocks right here, and they are part of the roof. So we can't break them or replace them with the oak planks. And I wanted to, because the bottom of the bookshelf is obviously made of oak planks. So instead, I put a map that actually goes around this whole thing, and it actually fits. If you look around right here, it starts wrapping around, and these maps all connect in a really cool looking map kind of form. Obviously, there's a little bit of a split right here. That's because that's where the maps didn't actually begin and combine. But yeah, we got the enchanting table right there, covered in some black carpet with some sea lanterns, so we have some more lighting up here. And we can go ahead and walk across. I did put these banners on here. They look a little weird up close, but from far away, it looks like they're actually part of the windows, and I really like that. I didn't want to actually add the windows in though, because otherwise they would have looked weird. If I were to break this right here and add in some of the light glue stained glass paint, it just does not fit. So I thought it was a good idea to just kind of replace them with the banners right there. But if we walk in right here, I did say this was going to be the area where I didn't actually go ahead and do the interior decorations, because I wanted you guys to do it yourself. And yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and leave this area blank. I was honestly just going to make this into a kind of more storage and more workspace and that sort of thing. So it's really up to you guys what you want to do. But with that said, I think that is just about the interior decorations done. I think it turned out pretty cool. It's a lot of jam-packed detail. There's a lot of detail that I probably didn't mention and stuff too, just because I can't mention every single block in this tutorial. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way the interior turned out. It's a big room, so I didn't put as much decorations, but in the littler rooms, I jam-packed them full of decorations to make them look really, really nice. But with that said, I hope you guys did enjoy this tutorial, and yeah, this was a specially made one, so I hope you enjoyed it too as well. But that should be just about it. Go ahead, check out the other tutorials if you actually want to see how to build this actual mansion itself, because they're pretty good. They're a little bit older, but they're still pretty good tutorials. With that said though, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what my next video is gonna be, but I'll see you guys soon. I hope you guys enjoyed this video once again, even though I've said that so many times. I'm just gonna shut up now. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Ciao.